Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Shubhangi Insights, and my name is Shubhangi. We are going to learn statistics in a very simpler way from beginner to advanced level. So the topic for today is Introduction to Statistics. So before getting into what is statistics all about, first let us understand where the word statistics has been originated. So in Latin, we call this as status. In German, we call this as statistic. And in French, we call this as statistique. Now, before knowing what is statistics, let's know who is the father of statistics. So, father of statistics is Ronald A. Fisher. He has found many theories which are related to economics, biology, and many other fields which we learn today all about. Now, who is Indian father of statistics? Prashanta Chandra Mahalanobis. He is also the founder of ISI, Indian Statistical Institute. Indian Statistical Institute. In order to understand what is statistics all about, let's consider a simple example of corona cases. So what was happening in corona during the pandemic? People were visiting the hospitals to get the test that whether they were positively or negatively affected by this. In result of this, information was collected by the hospitals. For example, your name, birth date, your address, and many other things. Now, by giving this information, we are providing them a help so that we all are aware about the pandemic which is happening around us. By using the Arogya Setu app, the normal person was able to understand which area is being affected by this pandemic. We were getting the details according to the state wise, how many people are active, how many are dying, and all such things using the app. We were able to see that in two formats. One was in tabular form and the other one was in graphical form. Now, by using the graphs, you were able to getting an idea what's the actual range of the corona cases, whether it's increasing or it's decreasing. And by looking at the tabular form, we were able to understand the exact numbers which were about the pandemic happening each and every day. Looking at the Arogya Setu app, we got some informations or the insights of what is actually happening around us, which made us aware whether we are supposed to step out of the house or stay back in the house and wait for the things to calm down. Now, with this help of example, we can understand what statistics is all about and what statistics talks about. With a simple example, now let's see what's the meaning of statistic. Statistics can be learned in two different ways. One is the singular form and the second one is your plural form. Now, when we talk about singular form, it is a scientific method of collecting, presenting, interpreting, and drawing inferences from PC. From the C. When you talk in terms of plural form, it is nothing but aggregate of facts known as data. So as we can see, all the definitions talks about data. So now let's understand the definition of statistics with the help of example which we have taken recently. So we talked about the corona cases. So what is happening in corona cases? The data was being collected by the hospitals. So it talks about the collection part of it. Second, the collected data was presented in the tabular form or in the graphical form. So it talks about presentation of the data. Next, after doing that, the normal person was able to understand by looking at that Arogya Setu app. So that talks about interpretation. And then we were able to understand whether we are supposed to step out of the house or stay back. So those are the inferences which the normal person was able to draw out of it. Now, when we talk about the second definition, which is nothing but the plural form, it talks about the aggregate of facts. Aggregate of facts means, now, for example, the example which we are taking with the corona cases, in this, we are talking about the number of people being affected. So here we don't talk about the individual person, right? We are considering a lot of people or many number of individuals taken together and then doing some analysis on top of that. So that talks about the aggregate. So let's see the next topic, which is features of statistics. So as we have seen about the definition, what statistics mean and where do we exactly use. Now next topic is the features. In this, the first feature is aggregate of facts. So as we have already learned that in the definition, aggregate of facts means when we consider more than one individual. Okay. For example, if we take a weight of one student, we don't get any information from that. But whereas when we consider set of many individuals or set of 20 students, for example, then the collection of those number of students is nothing but your aggregate of facts. Second, affected to a marked extent by multiplicity of causes. So what do we understand by this? For example, if we talk about price of a commodity, okay? So when we need to decide the price of a commodity, we need to consider many other factors which influence that particular price. For example, export, import, or the price or the supply and demand of that. Okay, so that is nothing but the causes which affects the price. Next, statistics is numerically expressed. What do we mean by that? See, there are two types of data. One is qualitative, other one is quantitative. So, qualitative is the one which is measured in terms of characteristics, and quantitative is nothing but numerical numbers. So, when we talk about statistics, everything what we do in statistics is all about numbers. For example, if we are having qualitative data, for example, you can tell blood group, okay? We have different blood groups, A plus, A minus, B plus, B minus, O plus, O minus, AB plus, and AB minus. So these are the different blood groups you can see here. So this is nothing but your qualitative data. But as we are talking about statistics, everything needs to be converted to numbers. So we can give the numbers as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these are the numbers which we have defined for these different blood groups. So what we have done, we have converted the qualitative data to quantitative data for our analysis to be easy, because statistics is all about numbers. Next, it is estimated or enumerated according to reasonable standards of accuracy. What do we mean by that? See, whatever we do in statistics is all about the estimation. For example, when we talk about the weather forecasting, in that what we get the news telling that the humidity is this much percent. It might rain today, it might be sunny today. So these are the ideas which we are getting by looking at the news or the newspapers, right? In order for us to be aware about it. But they don't give 100% guarantee or surety telling that it is going to rain today or it is going to be cloudy, right? So it is just an estimation for us to know how the weather going to be today. Next, it is collected in systematic manner. Now, for example, if you are doing a survey, okay? So the list of questions you prepare should be in a proper order so that when you go and ask the other individual to give you the answers for that particular survey, they can answer them accurately. Next, it is collected for predetermined purpose. When we talk about predetermined purpose, for example, if I'm doing this particular topics, or if I'm doing this particular set of theory, there must be some goal behind it, right? For you guys to understand what statistics is all about, how we are supposed to go, and what is the sequence. So there need to be a proper goal in your mind for us to go further about it. So this is nothing but your predetermined purpose. And in the last, we have uh, the last feature, place in relation to each other. What do we mean by that? We can do the comparison with the help of statistics. Comparison in the sense that, for example, if we have two individuals, we can compare the height, we can compare their weight, and so on. So this is nothing but the relation. So I hope by this you would understand what are the different features of statistics and where are they exactly be used with the help of examples. The next topic is the functions or importance of statistics. So there are different functions or statistics. Let us look at them one by one. First one, statistics simplifies the complexity of data. So what do we mean by that? For example, when we are considering the cases of corona, there were many individuals who were visiting the hospitals in order to get their data and get the deaths done. So in that case, what was happening? The data were getting collected and they were breaking them down into simpler forms for the common people to understand. Second, it reduces the bulk of data. Again, the same thing. The large number of data were broken down into smaller parts so that it could be formulated in such a way that it could be easily accessible to each and every individual using the Arogya Setu app, and the common man could understand what exactly was happening around there. Third one, it adds precision to thinking. Adds precision to thinking in the sense that when we were talking about the features, right, it talks about the accuracy, how accurate the data is. So by looking at the Arogya Setu app, we got some idea or insights about the pandemic happening around us, whether we were safe, whether we were in a danger, can we step out of the house, or we need to stay back so that everything is all right, right? So these are the different functions. So these three functions, if you want, you may club them down into a point. Tally, it talks about the collection of data and presentation of data. So we are doing two important things, which we have already discussed in the definition of statistics. It talks about the collection of data and about the presentation of data. Okay, now let's move to the next function. Finding the condition of relationship between the variables. So what do we understand by that now? Now, for example, if we consider both are one variable, that means we can consider two variables or both are two variables, right? So then we have many other variables. So what is the exact relationship happening between those variables? Statistics helps us to find out about that relationship. Next, it helps in establishing cause and effect relationship. Now we have two individuals, but we are not sure which variable is exactly affecting the other variable. So in order to find out which is the cause and the effect, statistics helps us to find out that particular cases. So these two conditions can be done with the help of correlation and regression, which we will be learning in later on chapters. Correlation and regression. The last 2 points are formulating policies and planning the policies. And the last one is it indicates the trend and tendencies. So what do we mean by that? It is nothing but the conclusion part of it. Once we are done with the collection, we are done with the presentation, we have broken down the data into a simpler form, and we have found whether the variables are related, then we can find out whether they're actually going to help us in the future in order to do some predictions or help us out for the government to make some policies out of it, and so on. So these are nothing but the different functions of statistics. So now let's move on to the next topic, limitations of statistics. So as of now, we have seen what are the different features, what are the different importance of statistics. Now based on that, let's see where are the limitations where statistics cannot be used. First one, it does not deal with individual data. So when we talk about this, as I have already told you, it talks about aggregates of facts, right? So aggregate of facts means you cannot do anything with single individual data. You need to have number of individuals in order to formulate the statistics. So that's the reason they're telling that we cannot do anything having only one individual data. Next, it does not deal with qualitative data. What do we mean by that? Statistics is all about numbers, so we need to have everything in terms of numbers so that we can do the analysis. But in case we are having qualitative, we need to convert that to quantitative in order to do a analysis. Next, statistics inferences are not exact. So what do we mean by that? Whatever conclusions or whatever the inferences we are drawing out of it, they are not exact, right? Now, for example, when I told you about the weather forecast, in that also they give you the percentage, right? This is this much percent of humidity. It might rain today, it might be sunny today, right? But nobody gives you a surety that it's going to really happen. So that's the reason we tell that statistical inferences are not exact. Next, it can be misused in case the important data or the relevant data reaches the wrong hands or goes to a wrong person. The person can make misuse of it and give the wrong information, which will be a problem to the normal person. And in the last, common man cannot handle the statistics properly. For example, when we were talking about the corona cases, now if you want to understand how are the cases running up in our particular area, only the statisticians can work on them and can understand and let the normal person to know that what is actually happening, right? We as an individual, we don't have any idea or a clue telling that okay, our area is safe or it is not safe, right? It can only be done by the experts. Nothing a common man can do in that particular case, right? So these are the nothing but the limitations of statistics. So I hope you understood the different limitations. Now with this, we come to the end of the class. So in this particular class, we had that what is statistics all about, what are the different features of statistics, what are the importance of statistics, where do we actually use them, and in the end, we did the limitations of statistics. If you guys have any doubts, please do comment out so that I can share those doubts in your next class. And if you'd like the videos, please do follow them and subscribe.